Now, at 11, more fallout over a fallen South Florida soldier.
I was stunned when I came to work yesterday morning and brokenhearted at what I saw a member of Congress doing.
General Kelly criticizing a local congresswoman and defending the president.
When he died, he was surrounded by the best men on this earth. That's what the president tried to say.
All while the Pentagon sends troops to Africa to find out what went wrong.
The loss of our troops is under investigation.
Tonight, continuing coverage on Sergeant LaDavid Johnson's death and the controversial condolence call. Today's White House briefing became emotional for the White House Chief of Staff, who lost his own son in combat.
General John Kelly tried to clarify what the president meant in his condolence call to Sergeant Johnson's widow.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon is digging into what exactly led up to the death of our local hero in Africa more than 2 weeks ago. Here's D.C. Bureau Chief Ross Palumbo with more.
Lauren Calvin Wilson is standing by her story tonight. She's heard what the general has had to say and decided to say nothing, hoping that the focus stays on the grieving family. The general today sharing some of his family grief himself.
And it is a more serious note.
John Kelly today not speaking as chief of staff or general, but speaking as a father.
Hours after my son was killed, his friends were calling us from Afghanistan, telling us what a great guy he was. Those are the only phone calls that really matter.
His son killed in combat in Afghanistan 7 years ago.
And he said to me, "What do I say?"
And Kelly using that experience to counsel the president.
But let me tell you what I tell him. And let me tell you what my best friend Joe Dunford told me, because he was my casualty officer. He said, "Kel, he was doing exactly what he wanted to do when he was killed. He knew what he was getting into by joining that 1%.
The words so similar to what Representative Frederica Wilson said the president actually used.
I heard him say, well, I guess you know he knew what he was signing up for.
Causing all of that controversy.
It stuns me that a member of Congress would have listened in on that conversation. Absolutely stuns me.
But it was the family who Wilson says was stunned, the woman who raised him saying her son was disrespected.
So he called 4 people the other day and expressed his condolences in the best way that he could.
Tonight, the general saying the message sent was appropriate, but not talking about how it was received or about who made the call.
If you elect to call a family like this, it is about the most difficult thing you could imagine. There's no perfect way to make that phone call.
The person at the center of all of this, the president himself, is saying nothing tonight. Senator John McCain believing that the president is not being forthcoming and is now threatening to subpoena the White House. In the meantime, Senator Bill Nelson also calling for a congressional investigation. For now, it's the very latest from the White House. I'm Ross Palumbo. Lauren Calvin, back to you.
And Ross, we have this just in, some breaking news. President Trump tweeting this just moments ago. The fake news is going crazy with wacky Congresswoman Wilson, who was secretly on a very personal call and gave a total lie on content, end quote. Stay with Local 10 News and Local10.com for the latest developments on this fallen soldier feud.